Trump's disaster Sunday. He surrenders again as missile stockpiles run dry. That's the headline tonight. And here's how we got here. Mm. 13 nights of strikes, back to back, no rest, no pause, just missiles in the sky, chasing a war that Trump swore would take 4 or 5 weeks. But Sunday came, and the bomb stayed home. Not because the fight was won, not because I ran back down, because the shelves ran empty. Let's go back to the numbers, 'cause the numbers tell the story better than any headline can. Over 1,200 Patriot missiles fired since this thing kicked off. That's how deep the well got drained. And what's coming to replace them? 20 a month, just 20. You don't need a calculator to see that math don't add up. That math is a countdown clock. That interceptors, the ones that stop the big stuff, the ballistic threats. 360 in the stockpile when this war began. Close to 290 of them already spent. And here's the part that stings: there's no new delivery scheduled this year. Not one production's ramping, sure, but ramping takes years, not weekends, and the Pentagon knows it. So Friday comes the joint sit down. General Kane's in the room, the vice president's in the room, and the warning goes out plain and clear: keep swinging at this pace. And Central Command runs dry on the very weapons that protect it. That's not a talking point, that's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs saying it in the room. That's the moment the gates of hell got quietly closed instead of open. Trump's disaster Sunday, he surrenders again. 'Cause that's what a pause looks like when you're the one who promised locked and loaded, who promised bigger than anything before. The talk was big, the stockpile wasn't. And while the strikes went quiet, the rest of the world didn't. A tanker took a mine in the Strait of Hormuz. Smoke over the water, warnings going out to every ship still trying to run that route down in Gaza. And the refinery still burning from a Houthi hit. Flames the satellites can see from orbit. The board's still hot even with the guns quiet for a night. Meanwhile, Sunday itself, the White House locked to the press, door shut, no briefing, no cameras, just silence from the building where the war's being run. And the president himself out at his Virginia golf course, posting mocking images online instead of standing at a podium, explaining the pause to the country that's watching oil prices climb. Trump's disaster Sunday, he surrenders again as missile stockpiles run dry. Say it plain, say it clear, 'cause that's exactly what happened. No exaggeration needed, the facts do the talking on this one. His own officials start pointing fingers backward, blaming old administrations for stockpiles that got burned through in 5 months of a war that was supposed to be short. Meanwhile, the analysts, the ones who study this for a living, they're not talking about winning anymore. They're talking about risk, risk to Asia, risk to the Pacific, risk to every ally, counting on America having enough patriots left if a second front ever opens up. That's the real cost of disaster Sunday. It's not just a pause in the sky over Iran, it's a warning light on the whole board, blinking red, saying the tank's close to empty, and the world's watching, still watching to see what happens when it is. So here's the story, plain and simple. No yo-yo needed, no insults needed, just history writing itself in real time. 13 nights of fire, 1 night of silence, a war that outran its own promises, a stockpile that couldn't keep the pace, and a Sunday where the loudest voice in the country had nothing to say to the cameras, 'cause the cameras weren't even letting the door. Trump's disaster Sunday, he surrenders again as missile stockpiles run dry. Write it down, 'cause that's the day the math finally caught up with the moment. That's the day the gates didn't open. That's the day the silence said more than the speech ever could. This war's been running since spring, since a 14-point memorandum got signed. A ceasefire everybody hoped would hold, it didn't hold. Both sides said the other broke it first, and by summer the strikes were back, nightly, relentless, each side swearing the next hit would be the one that ends it. Nobody's talking about ending it now, they're talking about running out. And that's the part history's gonna remember. Not the toughest talk, not the biggest threat, but the moment the machine behind the talk couldn't keep up with the mouth. Cause you can promise bigger than ever before all you want, but promises don't reload a Patriot battery. Production schedules do, and production schedules move slow. 3 years, 4 years, while a war moves in nights and headlines. So while the missiles sat grounded, the politics didn't sit still either. Officials start reaching backward for someone to blame, pointing at old administrations, old budgets, old decisions. Anybody but the pace they just set themselves. Meanwhile, voices on the other side of the aisle are pointing forward, saying the money burned on missiles is money that could have gone to people back home, to healthcare, the things that don't explode. 2 different stories, same set of empty shells. And overseas, it's not just Iran in the headlines. Words are getting thrown across oceans too. Leaders weighing in on cities and mayors thousands of miles from the fight, and dragging politics from one continent into commentary on another. It's a reminder that a war like this doesn't stay in its lane, it touches everything it's near. Back home, the silence from the White House Sunday wasn't just about press access, it was a signal. When the doors close and the briefing stop, that's usually not strength talking, that's an administration buying itself room to think without cameras, catching the doubt on its face. And doubt's exactly what's in the room right now. Doubt about how far this goes, doubt about what's left in the armory if it goes further. Cause here's the real question hanging over Disaster Sunday, the one that doesn't get answered with a tweet or a golf course photo. What happens if the world needs those same weapons somewhere else? What happens if the Pacific heats up while the Gulf is still burning through the reserves? That's not a hypothetical anymore, that's the exact warning military analysts have been putting on paper in plain language for anyone willing to read past the headlines. So that's the fuller picture, not just one bad Sunday. It patterned 13 nights of pushing hard, followed by a cause that wasn't chosen. It was forced, a stockpile that told the truth even when the statements didn't. And the country watching a war run longer, cost more, and reveal more cracks than anybody in charge predicted back when they said 4 or 5 weeks. That's the story underneath Disaster Sunday. That's the part that doesn't make the loudest headline, but it's the part that lasts. Ooh.